Welcome back to another episode with Lattice Training. Today I am joined by Anna Davey, a former IFSC competition climber and strength coach. And today we're going to be covering her top 4 core exercises to improve your core strength.
The first thing I do want to note is that I think there is a common misconception between abs and core, and I think it's an important one because you either train your abs or core for 2 different reasons. People go, I want a 6-pack. Okay, that's your abs, that's your rectus abdominis. Different exercises for that to training your core strength and stability, which is much more applicable to climbers. So that's what you should be focusing on, unless you just want to get a shredded 6-pack. But when we think about core stability and strength that is required for climbing, your core does include your entire trunk. So we're still talking your back, your glutes, your hips. So when I coach climbers through their core, I'm making sure I'm incorporating movements which train all of those. The first one, we've got a very simple hollow hold. Now for this exercise, you can just do it on a mat or on a floor, anywhere. All we're looking for here is for your legs and your shoulders to be off the floor, hands up in the air. It's very easy to do a lazy hollow hold. So I do want you to focus on mind muscle connection here. So we're squeezing through your abs, shoulders are turned on and activated. Your quads are on, so your hips are on, and your toes are pointed. So we do just want to be mindful of our lower back position in this, so just making sure we're not curving through there. So just bringing those hips in and make sure we've got a neutral spine, digging that lower back into the floor, and that's it. If we want to progress this exercise, we can add weight. If we want to progress it further, we can just add a little bit of rocking through the body. If you do find this exercise particularly challenging as well, you can regress a hollow hold by just lifting your legs slightly further off the ground. So exercise 2 might potentially be my favorite core exercise. So for this one, we are doing a plank band row. So what we're going to be doing is attaching a band to a post in front of you, getting into a plank position, and we're going to be rowing the band, elbow coming back towards your hip. You can play around with the level of the resistance band as well, but you want something pretty light so you can actually focus on your core instead of having to pull the band. It's very important with this exercise that you are keeping your hips completely square on. So anyone can do it by cheating with compensating by raising their hips. What I'm looking for here is a dead straight torso. You can definitely regress this exercise because it is quite challenging, once again by going down to a lighter band, or we can do a dumbbell variation. So we're doing a plank with a dumbbell and we are just passing this dumbbell through either side of us. And again, I'm still looking for the hips to stay completely straight on, no compensation with moving the hips higher or to the side. So it is this anti-rotation exercise. We are resisting that rotation of the trunk. So for the plank banded rows, I like to do 3 sets and we're doing 6 reps per side with about a 15-second rest in between the sets. My third exercise is the Copenhagen plank. This one is particularly tiring. I think a lot of climbers don't have much adductor muscle, so I love this exercise. We get to train the core and the adductor at once. Basically, you're going to need something to elevate your leg. You're going to be elevating your outer leg and holding a side plank. So to regress this exercise, you can simply just do a regular side plank. If you are feeling the side plank is too easy, I like also adding a little bit of a rotation into that side plank with a dumbbell or just even with your hand. So a way to progress your Copenhagen plank is to just simply add a weight to it. So for the Copenhagen plank, if you're just doing the regular version, I like to do 20 seconds per side, about a 30-second rest, and 3 sets total. My final exercise for climbers is the star plank. So we're taking a variation of a regular plank and we're making it a little bit harder. So for this exercise, it's kind of as it sounds. You're going to be in a star on the floor, so just on a mat, and you're just holding this tension. So It's a lot harder to hold that position because you're going to have a lot going through your fingers, a lot going through your shoulders in that position. To progress this exercise, we can take that same star position into a lever. So it is slightly easier than a regular lever. So your legs are just going to be in a wide position coming into that lever and just holding it on a bar. And then a slight regression of that is going to be just doing a negative version of the lever. So for reps and sets of the star plank, I just like to do about 20 seconds and then 30 seconds rest and then 3 sets of that. It's going to change slightly if you are doing a progression of this. So if you're doing a lever, I would be saying you're going to hold that for about 5 to 10 seconds, having a minute rest between and doing 3 to 4 sets. If you are doing a negative, I like to do 1 full negative, trying to have that as a 5-second descent, and then resting for a minute, and then doing that 3 to 4 times. So there we have my 4 top core exercises for climbers. So I suggest you combine these as one complete core exercise, and you could probably do this 1 to 2 times a week. Once is totally fine. And try and be really consistent with that for about 8 weeks to see a real difference. And then it is time to switch up your exercises.
Thank you, Anna, for coming in today. It's been really great having you. Please go check out Anna's YouTube channel, her Instagram. She's also got a website and a training app, and I'll leave a link to those in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.